everybody! How's everyone doing? I am currently waiting for a few more people. If you pop in, just say hello. We will start shortly. Ah, hello there, Cheryl. Hi there. Oh! 3 people already. Well then, let's get started. The last time, we picked our starter. I picked Poplio. We also played through a good part of the tutorial, a good chunk, and we are now at the trainer school. Our goal today is play through the trainer school and see where the wind takes us after that. We have stopped with getting our first team member aside from our starter, a Zorua. Oh, the nature is not too okay though. Well, it is okay, but not too good. Oh well. Probably not the worst thing that could happen. Kukui will always give you a few hints. It is the tutorial still. And Lily will heal you. Of course I do. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. Well, to get through here, we have to fight a few trainers. As normal. These trainers all teach us something, or try to teach us something. But let's see if they actually can. I really do love Zorua. Just in case you don't know, Zorua's ability is the trainer battle in my Pokemon game. Unbelievable. Yeah, I can't believe it either. How could they? Zorua transforms into the last Pokemon of your party, which right now is my Poplio. But as soon as you take damage, there it goes. Yeah, how dare they put Pokemon battles in my Pokemon games? Never have been there before? Why now? Completely new and foreign concept. This is going not too well. I guess that's what happens when you talk and play at the same time. Bonsly has an incredibly high physical defense for a baby Pokemon, but a very low special defense. Try to take advantage of that. If you play along, by the way, you don't have to follow the order of trainers that I beat. It's just the way I want to do things. For the people who were there last stream, by the way, and know of the technical difficulties I had, everything has been taken care of, and I have a better solution than what I found last time. Now, how about we feed this little guy? So cute! It wasn't dirty actually, the fur was tousled. That is why I had to use a comb. Dirty is also a possibility. And then we have to use the brush, I think it was. But no matter if it's dirty or the fur's just tousled up or whatever, Zorua is just cute. Now to get a bit more casual and outside of Pokemon itself, a bit into normal life, because, well, sometimes things do be. I have been so deep in a new game that I've gotten thanks to a few friends. Yes, Zorua is definitely certified baby. And I've played that game until like an hour ago and I am so deep and I have to get used to the Pokemon. Steuerung. Denglish. I had to get used to the controls of Pokemon again for now. So, bear with me if I don't run as soon as I can. I really have no excuse other than the hyperfixation. Controls, yes. Thank you for that. Though I have to say, the delay with this way of doing things is just as big as the other. Yeah, definitely too used to Digimon. It's a damn good game though, so I'm not blaming myself for this. You are one of the kids who wants to fight? Oh, right. You had that one. Well, today we are going to learn about status afflictions. And the fact that I don't have a steel type. Now, you can catch Magnemite here, so you can get yourself a steel type. Makes this fight a whole lot easier. Though it's not too difficult anyways. It's a bit challenging if you only have 2 Pokemon that are of which only one is leveled. Which is basically me. But oh well. That is good to know, because whenever I watch streams, the delay is kind of huge. Yeah, Zorua is still lagging behind a bit, but it'll get there. sure you know it's tanking like a pro. Yes, that is actually one of the reasons why I picked Poplio as a starter. It is very defensive. For the future team members, by the way, since I don't know which I am going to pick up, I'm going to do it the following way. You can write some possibilities for names into the chat, or alternatively, I'll give a prompt, and whatever comment in the chat I find funniest, I'm gonna go with. Back to taking care of the Pokemon, we now have this. For clearing away status afflictions. Anyway, back to topic. I do want to have most of my team named by you guys. I'm also not going to try and voice act every character, every dialogue like last time, because that killed my throat! Oh, it is. It's either you send something in that will be the name, or I'm naming it after you. If you don't want that, you can say so. That is fully okay. I'm only doing this with consent. I should heal before doing the next fight. Yeah, doors really are pure evil. Ooh, this is a good item for Zorua. Get over here, Rear. Ah! There we have this. And this. Now I don't need to go out to heal. Which kid was it again? Was it you? Yes, you. Oh no, a Metapod! What am I supposed to do? Metapod has decent defensive stats, but once you've got it low enough, it's gone. I've played Legends... pardon? I've played Legends Arceus. I have Arceus on speed dial. This kid isn't even using Harden. But yeah, as you can see, easy enough. Now, as for the fourth battle, I want to give my Poplio an Oranberry. This fight will be a little bit more difficult. Nothing too big, nothing too strong. We are not going down that territory! It is too early for these jokes! I'm sorry, Cheryl, I don't quite know what you're referring to with that. It's okay with... The joke was good, I am just not going to make it worse. Usually I'm all for making it worse, but not today. Not at this time. Maybe later. Shit happens, don't worry about it, Cheryl. The beginning can seem to go between a bit more difficult and incredibly easy, and there's no real middle ground. Because if you have a lot of Pokemon, it is more than just easy. But if you do it like me, only have 2 so far, there are some difficulties you will have to face. One will be the next battle. Stay hydrated, everybody. My poor Bean already has tousled fur again. What a cutie. You already had a Bean. No more right now. Maybe later. Oh right! That's why I remember this fight is difficult. Oh no! Should I give you time to go grab your drink? Or, well, there's not much happening at the moment. Because the next battle might be a bit difficult, but it's not a particularly important one. But if you want to drink something, do that. Water is important for your body. As usual, I personally have 2 bottles of water again, and this time 1 cup of holy energy. That stuff's good. Just don't drink too much of it. Yep. Changing seating positions. Oh no, I am being asked to come to the office. The fuck did I do? Good job, Shero. I didn't do anything. That's what you thought. Right, I'm not even a student. Why am I getting called to the office? What did I do? I would do nothing ever. Nothing. Or would I? Yep, she did. Well, we're gonna save. She's just congratulating me that I beat her students. I beat children, apparently. In Pokemon matches. Is that animal cruelty? Oh fudge. I have the wrong Pokemon up front. Well, my strategy's out down the drain. Time to figure this fight out. That is very fair. Maybe I don't even need the strategy that I had. Looks like I can do this. You know what? No. I'm going to try and heal as little as possible in fights. Outside of fights, everything's fair game, but in the middle of one, I'm just gonna put a small limiter on it. There we go. Baby Doll Eyes is a practical move. It has priority, so it will always hit first, and it'll lower the physical attack of your opponent. Now I can attack. I should survive 2 hits now. Well, 1 hit. Let's see, can I survive this? Yes. With too much HP left. Yeah, no, I have to let Cyreno get knocked out. Otherwise, Rerear is not going to be able to do anything. So... Avenge them! There we go. That wasn't needed, my guy. But thank you. So yeah, that's the fight. She will always have the starter that is strongest against you. Which is again why I say having more than 2 Pokemon, or even 1, is very helpful. Having only 1 makes this very difficult. Having 2 is very much doable, as you just saw. Having 3 or more is actually what I suggest. So, do as I say, not as I do. Or do what you want. That is the best choice. Just go nuts. The options that you can pick up are so varied that you can basically make any team you'd like. I'd just say don't pick Ledyba. That bug is one of the weakest bug types you can get. There are tons that are better. Even on the same route. Like, Grubbin, for example, evolves into a bug electric type. It is not the fastest, but it's decent. Pretty good actually, even. So pick it up if you want. Just an example. If there is, by the way, a question about any of the Pokemon you see, and I didn't talk about it yet, or if you weren't there last week, if you weren't there last week, and you are, you are thinking about a Pokemon that is very early on, and you have a question about that, whether or not it's worth picking up, or team comp, or anything, you can just ask away. You can also just make idle conversation about any topic. I'm open for anything. I'm just mostly talking about the game and things that are coming because, well, that's currently my topic, I guess. But yeah, I guess the trainer school couldn't really teach us anything new, so you're right, Asher. She shouldn't be so proud. I beat her students and I beat her. That is fully okay. Questioning the logic of a game is always good, but at the same time I feel we at least shouldn't do it on the base of a bias. There's a difference between questioning a game that you dislike because you dislike it, so questioning every minute detail, and just joking around, questioning stupid things, for example that the teacher shouldn't be proud. That is fully okay. And quite hilarious, obviously, because you've got a point. Well, I forgot about Tauros. How could you forget about that? I know. I'm not worried about it, don't worry. I hope this doesn't turn into a roundabout of don't worries. Oh. Petting Tauros. What should I do, guys? How can Doduo fly? Helicopter, helicopter! Well, I have to touch it, but should I pet its face, stroke its mane, or grab it by the tail? Pet. Giving the others time. Well, I guess then I'll just try this. Oh! Seems happy. Pet, 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 pet. Yeah, Pokemon become happier when we show them some care, that is true. Just aggressively petting Tauros. Which game exactly? Because I don't quite remember that off the top of my head. Welcome to Hau'oli City. Oh, right! I remember now. God, I loved that game. Maybe I'll try to find a way eventually to stream that too, but for that I'd need to get out my graphics tablet and get everything working. That is going to be a difficult one, but I love that game. Absolutely. It was the first Ranger game I actually played. And it was one of the first games that I bought myself for my own pocket money. The other one was Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time, I think. Yes, Time was the one with Shaymin on the cover. Another game that I adored. Ah, so many games to stream, so little time. Now, it's worth your time, if you're playing along still, to go down to this beach and grab this item. But also, was that here or... No, doesn't seem to be here. Yeah, you see on the map down there at the bottom, There's a small islet with an alcove. That is also worth your time. Remember that for the future. And he finds a poetic how Wingal's shit. Story of our lives, indeed. What do you think of Professor Kukui? That is a good question, Rotom Dex. I respect him, but he's a bit of a dork. Well then, let's keep going. By the way, that was one of my small problems I have with this game. Well, not so much a problem as more of a can bother some people. It's a bit funny to me. NPCs sometimes pop up from out of nowhere and disappear. Oh, How's right. Alola is one of the best places to live. I love this region. Hardly anyone has a Rotom Dex. The Pokefinder. I'm going to get to the photos when we hit the tutorial for it, because I have something small to share. We now got Pokemon Snap from Temu. It is incredibly limited what you can do with the camera, as I will show you in a moment. After the entire dialogue. Because there we go, we're getting a tutorial. You can either tap Rotom on the bottom screen or press the R button. Now, you have 5 shots. You have the possibility to use a gyroscope, which might be a bit difficult with the way I'm playing. And you have to unlock every single other feature this thing has. I'd suggest waiting until a Pokemon does something fun, and then take a picture. Now, I have spent so much time in this mode that I have a record of, I don't know. I don't remember how big the record was. I just spent a whole ton of time in this mode. But I never reached the max level. The max level is 5. Most I got was 4 because you need so many points for this. It's unreal. Now, this is another problem I have with the photos. On the actual console, the first photos you will take look terrible. Because you can't zoom. Anyway, I got to a point eventually where my record thumbs up was so high I couldn't hit it again. I could not beat my own record anymore. So that's fun. But yeah. I enjoy this mode, yes. But with how limited it is, I am glad that we got a new Pokemon Snap game because, well, you can't do a lot. Which is also why I don't miss this feature in the future games. Pokemon Snap? Good. This mode is a bit off. I mean, we have to take into consideration that it's only this limited because of the limitations that the console had, but it still doesn't make for the best experience, I'd say. It is fun though, occasionally. New Snap is amazing, yes. I don't remember that off the top of my head either right now. I could look into it over the next few days and get back to that on the next stream, which will be Sunday. But right now, I don't know. I got the lens case. And the makeup bag. Now, you want to talk to, I think, this woman, was it? Because she gives you a silk scarf. If you're raising a normal type, or literally any Pokemon this early in the game, this can be quite useful. Because it strengthens your normal type attacks. Yeah, there she says it. It is also stackable with the stab bonus. So if you have a normal type, that is even better. Now, one of my favorite things about Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, you can dress up your character! Pardon? The options that you can have at this point don't look that good. There are better ones later on. I wanna see, there's no red tank top, sad. This looks good. I'm picking this out. Now, black shorts? Maybe. casual shorts don't look that good. Yeah, let's take the black pleated shorts. And along with that, sadly, no shoes. Which means the socks don't look too good with this. Otherwise, I'd probably pick out the overknee socks if I had different shoes. I mean, I can put them on or buy them anyways and take a look-see. Maybe we do have shoes, because in some games you get gifted a set from the very beginning. Nah, no hat. Then let's see. Yes, I would like to change clothes. You now restarted Legends Arceus? Oh, nice! Yeah, no, we don't have any shoes, which means we're gonna stay like this. The shoes are sandals, that is the thing. That's why I don't like to wear socks with them. Oh, I forgot to take off the hat. Because after this, we're gonna go change the hairstyle. One thing that is a bit annoying in this game is that you always have to go back to the dressing room. You can't do multiple things at once. You can only do clothes, get out. Lenses, out again. And yeah, it can get annoying really fucking quickly. Now we have blue eyes. That sticker you saw there will get important, but I'm not picking them up yet. I want to have one stream where I get as many as I can, which will probably be around the 3rd island that I'm going to start that endeavor. Because there are stickers that you can only get by unlocking certain features. Now, cut and color. We cannot see what we get. We can only read the names of the hairstyles. I think I want the flipped out bob, if I remember correctly. No bangs. And dark brown. The hair colors are quite limited as well. That is one thing that the newer games did a lot better. Just like how you can see the hairstyles before doing. And yes, this is what I wanted. Mostly. I'm gonna get bangs. Give me a sec. It is very costly, but it can be worth it. Sideswept bangs, please. Yeah, compared to the other hairstyles, I just prefer this one. It's more compatible with hats than others. And while it's not really that close to what I currently have, it's still decent enough, I find. I'm gonna get myself a hat now. Because I like the Trilby hat. I just wasn't sure about it. So let's see how it looks. Oh, I like that. I really do. Now then. This is a mall. We can't really do much with that building yet, but eventually. There's Illima. He is going to teach us about the stickers now. He said, the stickers are going to lead us on our way. No. Yep. But these stickers are incredibly hard to find at sometimes. Yeah, in that regard, it's also quite lacking. You're right on that. They only have summer clothes available. I mean, it makes sense in the game itself, because we are in a tropical region. But not everyone likes this style of clothing. Now, let's get our daily Pokemon Center Cafe snack. 5 Pokebeans, we get a rare candy. So as I've mentioned last time, you want to feed your Pokemon beans, because you get rare candies and other stuff here. You also want to check in here daily, because at this point in the game, it's the only way to get Pokebeans. So if you're like me when I was playing this for the very first time, you might only have like 5 beans left. Hey, Pat! Oh, yeah, then I can imagine wearing short sleeves and stuff to be icky. I remember what kind of fight that was to get myself to even want to go out with my now favorite dress, because the back panel, it's almost completely free and open. The longest time, okay, a few days, I didn't want to go out in that dress. Our daily tea biscuit. Thursdays, we get the old gâteau. As I said, every day of the week will be a different snack, and these snacks are from all over the Pokemon world. Something like the Sweetheart that we only get on Sundays, that we got back in Pokemon Black and White and Black and White 2 from the Heart Check, I think was it called, on the Sea-Gear. And today it's Sinnoh with the old gâteau. There are a few other ones. Unova is represented a second time in these biscuits, because there's the chance to get the Castelia cone. I just don't remember which day it was. And with my schedule now being Thursdays and Sundays, we probably won't see it on stream, but once I get it, I will definitely tell you. Oh, Sinnoh is a beautiful region. Now then, there are a few Pokemon that you can catch here, some of which I'd even highly recommend, while others not so much. There we have Abra. Incredibly high special attack, good amount of speed, very frail. Would not suggest, at least not if you're playing without a friend close by, because otherwise you cannot evolve this thing. It's a great Pokemon, if you can fully evolve it. Tossing out the online services was probably necessary because of the price of servers, keeping them running and stuff, but it's still not a good thing. Not if you have to trade to get specific evolutions. That is why I am glad that in Legends ZA we have the chance to evolve Pokemon without having to trade them, by using the link cable that you can get. That should, in my opinion, be available in more mainline games. At least make it difficult to get, like, elemental stones, but having no option to evolve these Pokemon after the online services go down is a bit of a sad thing to me. Here we have Furfrou, a physical attacking normal type with good defenses and a decent ability to boot. It is a Pokemon I would say you can definitely use. It does get overshadowed at some point. Yeah, fans trying to revive online is also very good. But yeah, back to Furfrou. It will stop carry you at like the halfway point, but it is not weak. It might take a few more moves to beat an enemy than your other teammates, but it certainly still has its strengths. For example, as I said, its ability. Let's see if we can see it in action. I don't know if that's the ability that I'm talking about. I guess we'll have to catch it. I do want to catch one anyways. But yeah, Furfrou is a decent Pokemon, I'd say. The speed stat is also pretty good, as you just saw. Yes, we do! The hairdresser for Furfrou is actually in the same building as the normal hairdresser. Excuse me. That makes it an incredibly versatile Pokemon to have. For one, it learns many different moves. And for two, Furfrou, you can customize it to a certain extent. Furfrous data will be added to the Pokédex. Left alone, its fur will grow longer and longer, but it will only allow someone it trusts to cut it. Yes, I do. So, does anyone have a suggestion? If you don't, I will probably choose a name on my own. Now mind you, Furfrou is not going to be a permanent team member. It's probably going to get boxed at some point, but for the time being, he will accompany us. Maybe. I mean, have you ever seen how an actual pet hairdresser cuts the fur of a cat? That can be quite hilarious at times. Silkio, you say? That is doable. Did I write that correctly? Looks like it. Well then. Welcome to the party, Silkio. Now, I immediately want to give him the Silk Scarf. And I think there's another Pokemon... Oh, a Revive. That is nice. I think there's another Pokemon I want to catch here. But we'll see about that after I've gone to cut my Pokemon's hair. Yes! Oh, wait. No, that is not the right building. This is it. Was it you? No. You? Yes! This girl will cut the fur of your Furfrou. These styles are all very interesting. The heart trim is mostly pink, the star trim is blue, the diamond trim is orange. I never did this one, but I prefer the Kabuki and the Fire-O trim. I'm going to go with this because I never did it before, and because in the run of this playthrough, I want to try a few of those that I haven't tried before. So just occasionally new Furfrou style. Now, what do we have? Oh? Oh, this is a good one! Hold on, let me pull it up big for you. You wanna see the Kabuki at some point? Noted. It is one of my favorites. But yeah, this is the trim that I cannot pronounce. I like it. Who knows, maybe I'll trim Furfru's fur once every stream. That is a damn good question. Maybe if the fur is still absolutely ruffled like before, but probably not the way it is right now. I don't think the fur is long enough now with how it's cut for it to curl and uncurl properly. Oh, excuse me. Must have had too much to eat. We have another Abra. And a proper look at Silkio. I don't know if he will be able to even damage this. Nope, he won't. Yeah, no, I'm not looking for another Furfru. As you can see, the level range for the wild Pokemon here is decent. You can grind up your team to, let's say, level 11. I would suggest doing that, and don't worry, we will. I'm just gonna see who needs Spoink when you can have Furfru. At least Furfru can stay still. If you know, you know. This is another Meow. It's not what I was looking for. Well, I can definitely fight this though. Oh no, a Growl! What am I supposed to do now? I'll switch to our starter after this. Since Alola Meowth is a dark type and still frail as hell, this should do a lot of damage. Yeah. We do have quite a good amount of playtime before the first big battle. And one thing that bothers people that I can absolutely get behind is not only before that battle comes a lot of tutorial, but also after. The tutorials don't exactly end on the first island with the first totem Pokemon. They barely end with the Kahuna. But even on the second island, there's still moments where the game holds your hand. And that is definitely bothersome. To a lot of people. I can understand that. But at least this game is a bit more difficult than the base games. There are certain things coming up very late that make a Nuzlocke of these particular games, of the Ultra ports, very difficult. Some people even said a Nuzlocke of this game is impossible. I say maybe they're right. Maybe I'll try at some point. There it is! That point won't be for a long while though. I've already planned a few things for the future. Let's see, Silkio. Do you beat it in one hit? No, you don't. Good. Very good. Oh right, I forgot to check the ability. I mean, fair, the Nuzlocke is not inherently impossible, but the difficulty at the end of this game is so high that it just as well might be. Some people say that you shouldn't even try it. As I said, I might still do it at some point, but it will take time. It will take some time. Oh! More than once too. That is nice. That means it really is more than possible. But I think you also know then what battle I am referring to that is... Whee! I've caught Mr. Mime, or Mime Jr., out of no particular reason other than I wanted to have it. Honestly, I don't know the difference myself. I just know that there are some extra rules you can put on to make a Nuzlocke even harder. When this gifted mimic surprises an opponent, Mime Jr. feels so happy that it ends up forgetting it was imitating something. That is so cute. No, I do not want to give you a nickname. You're just gonna stay in the back, I guess. Yeah, as I said, I really don't know the exact difference, so... If Hoshi has the difference, if Asher has the difference, sorry, they can share that, because while I know a lot about the Pokemon themselves, I don't know a lot about the different challenges. I don't find them to be particularly interesting. Basically, base Nuzlocke rules are fainting equals death and you have to name a Pokemon. Yeah, that much I know. Was there an item here? Yes. Oh, right. Thanks, Asahi. I almost forgot again. Fur coat, there it is. Halves the damage from physical moves. So if you have a defensive nature on this, you get a lot of defense. Hardcore Nuzlocke adds playing on set mode, not over-leveling the next gym leader highest level Pokemon, and no items in battle, only held items are allowed. Ah! I always thought the items rule was also in the base Nuzlocke. Thanks for explaining that, Asher. Okay, Rotom, what do you want? You just want to be melodramatic. Well then, time for some grinding. At least until Silkio is on team level, aka level 10. set mode also isn't set. It's not set in the basic rules. But I forgot about that as well. Now, fighting Furfrou can be a little bit annoying since they have sand attack and can lower your accuracy, but they don't have that high of a special defense stat. So if you have a special attacker, for example like Litten or Poplio, you can just go ham. Now we have Dirty Fur. This is where the brush comes in. And since you're a new team member, you get a bean. But again, Asher, thanks for explaining it. There we can already see that stab plus an item is a lot better than just stab, because that is a lot of damage. But Mime Jr. is also frail on the physical side. For a while we will have a lot of this strong on one side, weak on the other, or strong in offense, weak in defense. And later on, while there are still a lot of glass cannons, there are also incredibly strong Pokemon with more balanced stats. Honestly, what you're talking about, that is fair. Challenge runs can be interesting. They just don't really grab my interest personally. If you enjoy them, all power to you. There we see the lowered physical damage. Silkio really is a good Pokemon for the beginning. Baby doll eyes. Meditate. Let's see. Barrier. Oh. Pound. I'm gonna get rid of Pound. Now I'm gonna see if I can't turn off the EXP share. A dog learned the move Puppy Dog Eyes. Oh no! But it is really a good thing because lowering the attack stat of your opponent before they get to attack and having an ability that halves the damage that your Pokemon is going to take from physical attacks, that is going to make you very tanky. This is one of the reasons why I can actively recommend this Pokemon. Because despite falling off at some point, it's still a decent support unit. If you have a physical attacker in the back, or something that has a bit lower physical defense, you can start the fight with Furfrou, use Puppy Dog Eyes a few times until Furfrou gets downed, maybe even have something that lowers the opponent's defense or special defense. I don't know if Furfrou can learn that off the top of my head. And you basically have a good debilitated enemy that will not be able to do much to you anymore. Who's a good boy? Good puppy. But again, he already got a bean. Well then. Hope the cake is good cake. Gonna give out another Oran Berry to Cyreno. Oh, no, not use. Give. And then... yeah, this setup looks good. I need to see if there was an item. I called my Cyndaquil starter Gilmore now. Oh, that's an interesting name. Was good cake? That's nice. No, a couple. Yeah, that is an interesting name too. There! I knew we'd get something here. Another revive. Oh, right! The fabulous store owner. But then you have to catch a Pokemon and name that Vex too. By the way, here's another sticker. And there too. You can go through here to pick it up, but as I said, not going to do that yet. And there's the Malasada store. This is where Hao has been waiting on us. Yeah, I mean, I like that idea, but my Pokemon shouldn't get too lovey-dovey yet. That was fitting with the color scheme. That is true, that is indeed fitting. Meet Team Skull. They're numbskulls. Jokes aside, they don't have the most of brain cells, but I like them. They're adorable sometimes, and most of the times, they're just dorks. Misunderstood dorks. I love their battle theme. They move too much for my taste. Fair. Still, I adore them. They're basically the comic relief of this game. Hello, Ilima. Or Ilima, since it's only one L. Yeah, now he wants to battle. The trial captains all have trained Pokemon. They're not fully EV trained, but they are stronger than regular NPCs. Lemur. That is very fair. It is a funny nickname. But yeah, let's try to beat him with that ragtag bunch of a team that we have for now. Captain Ilima. Against his young moves, you want something that can take a decent amount of hits. No, Shadow Dreamer is someone else. But that is not something I want to bring up in streams. Because people react one of two ways about Undertale things. And I'm not willing to go down that rabbit hole. Now, back to the battle. Yungoos has a good attack stat. So as I said, you want something that can withstand a few hits. Which is why I have Silkio. Now, Ilima, do you have a potion? Yes, you do. These battles in the beginning are simply a war of attrition if you have Pokemon that can go blow for blow. Otherwise, if you have something that is a lot stronger, it's just sometimes bonk, bonk. It can go either way. Smeargle. I'm going to keep Silkio in, despite the lower defense, and I'm going to go with Baby Doll Eyes. Until Silkio is down. Because Smeargle has a lot of different moves that can genuinely hurt almost anything you have at this point. I'm not going to put in Sarino. I'm putting in Rarier. And yes, Smeargle is a cool Pokemon. It is very versatile, and that's what makes it dangerous in the beginning. This Smeargle has a moveset of 4 moves, I think. Because I think it has Tackle, Leafage, Water Gun, and Ember, if I remember correctly. If I don't, I will mention it next stream. I wouldn't call it masochistic, I would say it was an interesting gimmick. Oh yeah, I've watched similar things. There was a YouTuber that I watched in the past who did challenges like this, but I don't watch him anymore because AI. He started using AI for some things, even though it seems like it was only a joke. I don't mess with generative AI because it steals art from others. I don't like that. So, until the entire thing with the generating images and music blows over, I decided for myself not to watch him anymore. Though he did make very good Pokemon content, I have to admit that. I enjoyed his videos. Oh, by the way, you always want to check these kind of caged areas because items. A lot of items. For example, this. The TM for Echoed Voice. Rotom, why are you down now? Nothing in particular. Okay, I see. If I remember... Yeah, you can barely see the sticker on that side. This is a photo studio. It has something to do with the camera from Rotom. I don't remember when you unlock it, but I think it was the second or the third island. So for now we can't do anything with that. Oh, also, they have a police station here. Isn't that cool? Not every region has police, though every region should. Excuse me. Okay. Apparently, sneezing can lead to choking. Give me a moment. It'll resolve itself on its own in a bit. Same here, actually. There we have another sticker and a super potion. That's true, the trainer class is there, but never a building. There we have another sticker. And you can go in here. Excuse me real quick, I have to drink something. Oh. Don't worry about me. I should get better soon. Maybe. I mean, sneezing can also lead to a headache, more sneezing, choking as you've just now witnessed, or apparently scratching your eyelid, because I once sneezed so hard that the corner of my nail from my thumb got caught on my eyelid. It was just a small scratch, but it was still there. The vending machine is practical. Oh yeah, sneezing can also lead to broken ribs, that's true. And also aneurysms, but that is a topic we shouldn't open up. Because that is very dark. No. Alright, she told us about that. Let's see. Then why do you have a shop here? If the wares aren't for sale, why the hell is there a shop? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but like, seriously, why do you have a shop if you don't sell your wares? Only look, no buy, no touch, just look. We have a second clerk in the shop here. This is the first one. He has the usual stuff. Oof. I mean, to be fair, Alola's based on Hawaii, so it might just be a tourist trap like that. But now let's see what the second store has. Oh, the X items. These are actually relatively good to have early on, though I never use them. Oh damn, an unpaid worker! And there's Lily again. Ooh. Yeah, I had some toasties in the past, very often actually too, but for me, they actually never thawed on the inside. They were hot on the outside, hot enough that it melted the plastic that I tried to pick it up with, because child me was an idiot and picked them up with the plastic wrapper they came in out of the toaster. But the inside was sometimes still frozen. Toasties were delicious. And we get 3 more revives! You really only need to worry a little bit about healing items in this game. If you don't use them all the time, by the end you're gonna have a whole ton of things with you. You can also send a photo in my DMs, Asahi, and I can look at it after stream. Petting Tauros again, and a graphical error! Yippee! Don't worry, it's just graphical, it does not affect the gameplay. And it will not affect the save data either. See, everything's good. There is a Pokemon further up on this route that I was thinking of adding to the team. You will see when the time comes. Which will be relatively soon. Now we have Pokemon that jump at you from the grass. Even more so than before already. A wild Ekans. I once used an Ekans in one of my teams, and while it can be decent for the beginning, Arbok really isn't that good of a poison type. You will see when you see. Yeah, I will see it when I see it. I mean, I am planning to go about 3 hours again today because that felt like a comfortable length. And we've already hit almost 2 hours. If I take a break, then I take a break. If I don't, then I don't. But so far, that is how I've planned it. As I said, it seemed to be a comfortable length for me last time. Oh? let's take care of Silkio again. We really need to maintain his hair often, don't we? Cute. Oh right, sometimes the Pokemons drop something. You can pick it up when you don't get back into a fight right after you left it. A Poison Barb. Maybe I will eventually pick up a Poison type, but I have no idea which one. At least not yet. Chances are I might pick up a Noibat, or well, Zubat for a Poison type, but in general, I might pick up a Noibat after the trial. For a Poison type, I might choose a Zubat, or I might go back and get myself a Grimer. Because Alolan Grimer is very much good. It's incredibly tanky, and it can outlive most things early on, and once it evolves, it can outlive almost everything once more. Cutiefly, one of my favorite Pokemon from this gen. Based on the so-called hummingbird moth. Because there is indeed a moth that flies with as much force as an actual hummingbird. I love it. It's part of the Hawkmoth family. It even has the long proboscis and everything. It looks just like a bird. And once when I was in Italy with my class, I actually saw one. They are so adorable! Now, I am not worried about paralysis. For one, because that Cutiefly was almost dead. And for two, because of this. Again. That is one of the reasons why I say I don't want to use that many items during battle. Because you can take care, especially of this, after the fights. And you get healed so often that it's almost unnecessary to use items at all. Except for right now. Because Furfrou has taken a bit of damage. There we have a potion, so we should probably buy some more before the next trial. 3 pieces should suffice. Anyway. I do not want to fight that kid. I do not want to fight that kid just now. I don't think I want to fight anyone here either. Not yet. You can get Ghastly here and Drifloon. Ghastly is, like with Abra, another case that I wish I could recommend, and I do highly recommend it if you have another person with a 3DS. And the other game or this game. But aside from that, you cannot evolve Ghastly. Now, Drifloon and Drifblim, high HP stat, physical attacker, ghost types. They can tank a few hits. They can dish out a few hits. But there are others who are a bit better at dishing out. So Drifloon and Drifblim are better suited as tanks. Drifloon in of itself isn't that good yet, and it will feel like forever until it evolves, because it's not that good yet. But Drifblim, I adore using. It is not going to be part of our team. At least, I don't think so. We will get another chance to catch this, I think. If we don't, then we don't. But yeah, that's about it. There are a lot of better tanks than Drifloon. That lag was on my side, by the way, don't worry about it. Oh no, keep your children away. Yeah, you shouldn't let children near Drifloon. But yeah, it is a decent Pokemon. Though as I said, there are better tanks. There are also better ghost types. Though still, I would recommend it. If you want to use a flying type that is not the standard, go ahead. It can do a lot of good for you. It can give type variety you don't have other way. Me and talking. It can give you type variety you don't get through other means. Though, if you want either a ghost type or a dark type, my choice would always land on the dark type, as it does not have the added ghost weakness. I once saw a video of a guy at a convention asking what Pokemon Con visitors would let baby. Oh! Yeah, one woman said Drifloon. I know that clip. I laughed my ass off when I heard that. It's like, I think she knows what Drifloon is known for, and then answering with that fully serious, it just means you don't want to have the kids anymore. Either that, or you have an immense amount of trust in that Drifloon. This, I am looking forward to. Drifloon would babysit that kid forever. Yes! But yeah, I love surfing. The surfing minigame is amazing. Again, I've spent a lot of time with it. And I'm probably going to spend a lot of time in this stream playthrough with it as well. Because there are TMs that you can get through this. You get basically the battle points that you could only get with the Battle Royale mode in base game. And I find this is a much better way to get these points. It is engaging, it is fun, but my thumb hurts after about half an hour of playing. Oh. Oh, you were always bad at Mantine's Surf. Well, it took some time for me to get used to it, but there are a few tricks that you can learn. But yeah, giving some new parents a Drifloon plush, especially if they know. That is hilarious. And also a bit macabre. Only do that if you know the parents personally. Yes, exactly that. But yeah, only do that if you know the parents personally. Otherwise, oh boy. Yeah, the landings are very difficult. It will probably take me a lot of time to get back into it, but once I do that, I'll probably be able to at least give some tips. They're harassing a Mantine. Well, time to beat up some Team Skullgoons. These are, by the way, the same morons that we sent packing in How Oli. They said it themselves. So time to send them packing again. Ooh, good to know you like Mantine. It is an amazing Pokemon, I never got around to using it. With Drowsy no less. Yeah, at least Silkio just beat them up. Like, no problem there. Just beat up, leave. Yep, he did. Oh, there these two are again. Then you really must have loved Mantike when it came out. The baby from Mantine. It's so adorable! It was a takedown. Go ahead and lurk. I'm just glad that you're here. Another Ekans. Nice. Silkio, at some point it's enough caring for your fur. was a tackle. Oh, there it is! This was the Pokemon I was referring to when saying that I wanted to add something here to my team. No. That's nice to hear. Roar! In the old games, could end a wild Pokemon battle. I think it still can do that if you're lower than your opponent. So if I was lower than the Growlithe, it could end the wild battle. But since I'm not, well, here we are. But yeah, I want to add that Growlithe to our team. You want to be named after the Growlithe? Or, well, you want the Growlithe to be named after you? Well, it is kind of fair since Silkio is only a temporary teammate. But the question is, are we talking about Asahi? Or about your name? Alrighty. And there we go. And you are a member of the team now. We are going to heal, and then we're going to fight all of the trainers that we passed up. That's still from coughing earlier. Don't worry, I'm good at this point. Another 3 revives! And there we have Rotolotto. To trigger it, while you have to press the red parts when it's sad, you have to directly press the eyes. The middle opens the dex, the red just annoys it, and the eyes do the lotto. There are a few different items you can get from it, and it's always wise to do it whenever Rotom says it's ready, but it's not necessary. Aside from this one time. We have another unpaid worker over here. What do you have to sell? A super potion, a useless Pokeball, a nest ball, and a luxury ball. The reason why I say heal balls are useless is because you are getting healed so often that it's not something that's particularly necessary. Unless you really are in the middle of a dungeon in the beginning, because the catch rate of the heal ball is the same as the Pokeball, and you want something with you right this moment. Yeah. The situation where this is gonna be useful is one singular situation that might be that way, so I'm taking 3 with me for this. And yeah, aside from that, no use for them. None. Oh, no, I don't want anything else. Hello, Miss Joy. Please heal my Pokemon for me. So, oh, that'd be bitter. Especially because this is the first time I've bought anything from that second clerk. Now, I'm going to turn on the XP share again to level up my team a bit for the upcoming battle. It's going to be an interesting one, and I definitely want to have Cyreno at least level 15 for this. That means at around level 14 I will turn off the XP share, and then we will go into the grotto. Though I think after leveling as long as there are no taxes involved, yeah. But after leveling up the team, I would take a break for today. So we probably don't have the full 3 hours actually. Still, that would mean Sunday we will go into this with a dungeon and a whole area after that. Oh, that's the wrong move. Yeah, I wasted that one. Oh well. I can at least show you something then. First of all, let's get this item. Another revive. Second of all, as you can see, there are berries here. You can just pick them up. Depending on where these berry heaps are, there is a certain percentage of a chance to get specific berries. You can't get every berry at every tree. It really just depends on the island and the tree itself. There is one tree here which has a higher chance of orange berries, and we're going to get there. We're going to get there still today, but for now, we're just gonna go backwards and level up Asahi. We also have Ember already. which is a very nice thing to have. There we had Smeargle's signature move of Sketch. Now Smeargle has Ember as well. But I'm sorry, my dear, you are not something I want to catch. Goodbye. Now to the Pokemon that was running at us, it's another Ekans. Because of course, the very frame that Pokemon hit us, we got into a wild encounter. Happens. Happens quite often actually, if you run around. I should probably go into a bit more detail why Ekans personally didn't work for me, because that is something that I actually know. At some point, the damage that Arbok does isn't that much anymore. It felt like it was falling off damage-wise, and that is because it does not have the highest attack stat. The attack stat is still decent, you can definitely use it if you're determined enough. I wasn't. The stats are average, a bit higher than average maybe. So... oh dear! Okay, this thing just... this thing is going to die? This thing is so going to die. I'm going to make an exception on my rule because I want Asahi to get the EXP. I'm not planning on using her in the battle. I just want her to have EXP. So, Rear, time to kill a snake. But yeah, this is also why you need to be careful and need to see what the enemy is doing and not just zone out, like I just did. I zoned out while talking. Revere has grew to level 13. Fury Swipes I would not recommend because 2 to 5 hits and lower accuracy than Scratch is not worth it. Asahi grew to level 10. There we go. Odor Sleuth, not needed. Odor Sleuth only makes so that your ghost types can get hit by fighting type moves and normal type moves. So, you can use it against a Ghastly or a Drifloon or whatever ghost type you encounter to hit it with Tackle or Pound, which are the only 2 moves in that area that we have at this moment. Not worth it. Especially because Asahi has Bite. So, Rear. Your fur is completely tousled again. What do my fluffy Pokemon always have with their fur being tousled? So many times I had to comb them today. Oh dear lord. But I'm not playing Cyber Sleuth at the moment. I know we've had it before, about the Roto Lotto, but I'm gonna make it big for you for once, so you can see it a bit more properly. there we have the star. An experience power, Roto EXP points. This, as Rotom is saying, increases the experience points you get after each battle. It is one of the more rare powers you can obtain. So when you do, save it up for the future. I wouldn't use it just yet, because the XP points you can get for now are pretty decent, and with the experience share, there is no shortage of getting levels. I'm not going to keep Asahi in for this time. Instead, I'm immediately switching to Silkio from one dog to another. And I'm going to let Ekans chew on this one. The combined power of two puppies beat the snake. There we go, headbutt. This is worth it. Very much so. I would say take out Tackle. Growl might not be useful anymore, but that slot can be filled by a move that's coming up. Let me heal my team real quick. Or at least heal Asahi. There we go, potion. She really is blind. I mean, I basically stood directly in front of her. Lebebe! A fairy-type Pokemon. And a very strong one at that. If you didn't pick Poplio, instead going with Rowlet or Litten, this is one of the best fairy types you can have. It may not be wild, but the wild ones are coming up really soon. So take a note of it. For now, I won't go into more detail. I will go into detail when we see it wild, which will be next stream. But as you can already see, the special defense is quite high. That and Growlithe has more physical attack than special attack most of the time. I'll take a look at our Growlithe in a moment. Well then. Asahi, what's your nature? Special attack minus speed plus. Seeing that Growlithe can be used as a mixed attacker with a slight preference for physical, this only makes it more of a physical attacker in our case. Which means I will likely have to watch what I'm doing with it, as I'm going to go with recoil moves. Now, we pick pick up the super potion. And we're going to heal real quick. Buy some actual potions. And then go down the rest of the route and go back up. Once we're back up, Asahi should be at least level 11 or level 12. And at that point, we can safely end the stream for today. But until then, we're pretty much stuck here. The shopping district isn't open yet, I think. I can take a look-see. So, yeah. But I think there was something about that that is later. Or that might be an event I remember that is locked behind a certain completion. I'll go take a look. Alright! Drowsy is a Pokemon that can jump at you as well here in the grass. There we go, some extra experience for our dog. And real quick, here is the second berry tree I was talking about earlier. There we go. Another orange berry, a person berry, and another person berry. These can, by the way, be checked daily. It's another thing that I will probably take care of stream sometimes. Just so that we have a few more berries the next time I stream. So, yeah. Oh, I just noticed that the shirt on the old guy has Meganium as a picture. Oh right, Murkrow is an option. I forgot that it exists in this game. No, since I just started. Wild Charge, I think, is very late. That is one of the moves that's definitely decent for Growlithe, yes. Especially with the speed plus nature and special attack minus. Would be better with the physical nature, but... well... oh, right. All people in their full restores. If I switch now, the chance is high that Asahi is getting dicked. If that happens, it happens, but I need to switch. Yep, there it is. I know, this is not the first time I'm playing a Pokemon game. Thank you for your advice, but I am already aware of that. Wild Charge is an electric type move with high risk, high reward, as it does also damage. your own Pokemon. It is very effective against Gyarados because it's a water flying type, which means Wild Charge is four times effective. Oh, come on. Just one more move. There we go. I know. I've already used one once. I mean, as you can see, I have Work Up on Cyreno, which is a TM move. And I think, since Water Gun is a special move, but Aqua Jet is definitely a decent move for the beginning, I'm going to forget Work Up for now. Yeah, let's have Silkio handle this. There we go, another heal ball. And we're at the city again. Now, as far as I know, yeah, you can't go into the mall yet, so I can't really buy any TMs here in the shopping district. I've already been to the hairdresser and the clothes store. The second clerk also has no TMs, but has the X-Attack items. Again, thank you for the advice, but I think it will have to wait for a bit longer before we can get the TMs here. There. Let's continue. Why does a child have a Drifloon? Oh well. there we have the second occasion of dust. Just brush it off. And, because it's a good pup, a bean. A bean for the bean. And some pets. Oh right, there was another trainer. I should fight him real quick before we continue on. But I'm not doing that with Asahi in the front. I'm doing that with Silkio because surfers often have water types, and I don't want a fire type against a water type. Or he has an ice type. Well, color me surprised. I did actually not think of this. It has been a while since I played the Alola games. I could have left Asahi at front. Right, can't I plant berries? Oh, right, no I can't. Sad. Campfire Town in Kalos. Oh, that's a nice reference. It is the town between Lumiose and... I don't know the name of that, but the first beach town. Campfire is a nice little town to visit. There's a sticker, in case you want to get it now, but as I said, I'm going to make a whole stream about sticker collecting. A big mushroom. So, let's put Asahi up front again, because she's almost level 12 too, and then we can take a break for today. Oh, Cutiefly! As a fairy type, Cutiefly is decent. It can be fast, it can do some damage, but Flababy is better. As a bug type, Cutiefly is pretty okay. Compared to other options you have, I would even recommend it. Maybe. Depends on your team. Because if you have Cutiefly, you have to work with a fire weakness, a steel weakness, a poison weakness, a flying weakness. You catch my drift. you have to have a lot of coverage if you want to use this. Either that, or suddenly the trainer dematerializing, disappearing into thin air, and every NPC around is just like, what the fuck? How to traumatize NPCs 101. Because I know some might be curious about it. So basically like in Digimon, yes. I'm saving up my rare candies for when my Pokemon are one level before evolving. So I might have a collection of a few rare candies when I actually use one, but yeah. That is the reason. It's just to push me over the edge when I am shortly before something, maybe even before a boss fight. Who knows? Might happen next stream. Who knows? But without a reason, I am not going to use them. I once actually saw an animated clip of that. It was kind of funny. I can see if I'll find it again. But basically, the human ate a rare candy after their Oshawott, was it, I think, had one, and turned into MissingNo. Now... yeah, I'm still not level 12, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Maybe I should turn off the XP share for this as well. Yeah, there are multiple ideas of what happens with a rare candy. This one was just an animated video. It was hilarious when I was still small. Oh! There we have Struggle! A move that we will probably never see again outside of Smeargle. Because Pokemon can only use Struggle the moment they have no PP left. For any of their moves. Since Smeargle's only move is Sketch, it will immediately start struggling if it's too fast. Because it uses Sketch, has nothing to copy, therefore gets nothing new, and instead loses that one PP, that one use. Boom. Struggle. Most other Pokemon, especially this early on, have so much PP that we won't see it again anytime soon. Aside from maybe, as I said, another Smeargle. Wow. Me and talking today. Not becoming great friends. Oh, Spearow! Flying normal type Pokemon. You didn't? Oh. Makes me happy that I can teach people something. And now back on the topic of Spearow. Flying normal type Pokemon, fragile, decent attack stat for the point we are at, and the evolution is okay. It's certainly not the worst that is out there, It's not that versatile as a lot of normal flying types are, because they all have the same glaring electric weakness and rock type weakness. Fighting is neutral on them because of the normal type. Oh, no, Smeargle only copies the last move that is being used. And if there's nothing that has been used, because Smeargle is too fast, it will not be able to copy anything, so it goes into struggle. Since we're directly next to a Pokemon Center, I am going to abuse that. This should be our last battle for today. And yeah, while we're still here, I'm saying the same thing that I said last time, and that I have already hinted at today. In between streams, I will try to start the game to do the daily events like Tree and Cafe. But I'm not going to level up, I'm not going to fight anything, I'm not going to buy anything, nothing of the sorts. I'm only going to do these daily events so that we have a collection of berries and the like. Because I'm not going to stream every day. I'm going to stream every Thursday and every Sunday. And only getting these things on these 2 days in the week would be a bit very limiting in our resources, especially in a game that was meant to be played every day. So, Sunday, as soon as the stream starts, I will tell you what I did, how many berries I gathered, and what kind of items I got from the Pokemon Center from that cafe. And once we're through with that, we're gonna go through the rest of the day. But, saving 3 times just for good measure, that was it for today. I do hope you had a good time. I had a lot of fun. I'm already looking forward to Sunday. And with that, have a nice time zone. Have a nice evening, morning, day. Remember to stay hydrated. Eat something. Take a walk. Take care of yourself.